Hi, this is Rosara coming back at you. So let's get to it. The highest weight was 299. Surgery date was April the 12th of 2016, and I was 251, and I am currently 196. So this video is basically going to be about a few things that surprised me since surgery till now. And so I'll start with the burst of energy. Prior to having the surgery, they had me on ketosis. Um, and I knew that was going to give me a burst of energy that they told me. What I was not expecting is that after I had the surgery, I wasn't doing ketosis, so I wasn't expecting this burst of energy um, to keep coming. I thought it was going to eventually happen, just didn't realize it was going to happen so quickly, and it's still continuing. And I love it because the things that I had stopped doing, I am now doing again. Another thing that surprised me was I had a lot of, well, not a lot of medical issues. And one of the medical issues that was bothering me the most, aside from uh, not being able to walk and having to use a cane and a walker, and then eventually using one of those scooters, um, was my carpal tunnel. I've been struggling with carpal tunnel for a very, very long time. And I had gotten to the point where even writing was very difficult. Um, Zipping and unzipping and buttoning and even doing my hair was very difficult. Um, Within weeks of having had surgery, it didn't even occur to me. I just started buttoning up my shirts. I started zipping and everything. And it wasn't until a few weeks later I was like, wait a minute, I'm not in pain. And look, I can close it completely, whereas before I was only able to close it that much. So I was very happy about that, and I continue to, you know, have strength in my arms and my hands. Um, Still have a little bit of it, but it's manageable now, whereas before it wasn't at all manageable. Uh, Let me see what else. I had them. I had them. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Um, oh, okay. So this is going to be a little bit TMI, but I was very, very surprised about my sex life. I have been married for 19 years now, and it is so much better that I've lost all this weight. Um, so let's just leave it at that, okay? Because I don't want to go too much into it. Um, what else? So burst of energy, carpal tunnel, my husband and I. I think feeling younger, feeling that I'm not a burden anymore. Um, that also surprised me that I feel like I regained youth. Um, and another thing is, and I'll leave with this, about a few days before surgery, I went to see my nutritionist and the therapist, and they wanted to go over with me what was I to do immediately after surgery. They wanted to make sure that I knew. The therapist said to me, as we were all getting ready to discuss everything, he said, I first want to tell you, um, a few people go through depression. The best way to beat the depression is going to be for you to take ownership of the tool, ownership of the process, ownership of what you're about to do. And I have to say that after having the surgery and being on liquids longer than I expected, being on puree a lot longer than even the doctor expected me to be, I began to feel like, what did I do? And I was starting to feel for a moment that depression that he was talking about. But I remember his words: own it. Don't let it own you. And as soon as I told myself out loud, this is a choice I made because I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to, at my age, feel like I'm 3 times my age. And since then, I've been owning it. And I'm going to steal something from Lost and Found. I'm going to make it happen. Bye.